Welcome back, my amazing 5th grade artists. Our next project will be focusing on Eric Carle. He was an author, illustrator, and collage maker. Who is Eric Carle? Eric Carle is a very famous children's book illustrator and author. He has illustrated more than 70 books, many bestsellers, and more than 152 million copies of his books have sold all around the world. Eric Carle, the collage maker. Eric Carle's art is one of a kind. His artwork is created in collage technique, using hand-painted papers which he cuts and layers to form bright and cheerful images. It is very easy to pick out his beautiful artworks. Collage. A collage is a visual representation made from many different forms, materials, and sources, creating something new. A collage may include newspaper clippings, ribbons, bits of colored or handmade papers, portions of other artworks, photographs and such, glued to a solid support or canvas. Visual texture. Visual texture refers to the illusion of the surface's texture. It is what actual texture looks like on a two-dimensional surface. The visual textures are what you see in a photograph. No matter how rough objects in a photograph look, the surface of the photograph is smooth and flat. Eric Carle, Rooster Collage, Part 1. Our learning goal for this project is mixed media, where we produce a work of art through mixed media or fibers that utilize multiple processes. Our learning targets for this project are: I can use innovative ideas and creative solutions to create my artwork, and I can create a collage using mixed media to create my art. The materials you'll need today are a piece of white paper, a pencil, a Sharpie, and some crayons. Don't forget that you can also choose to print or download the directions. All right, boys and girls, let's get started. Welcome back, boys and girls. It's time to start our next project, which is the Rooster Collage inspired by Eric Carle. All right, so today what you're going to need is a white unlined piece of paper that you can set up horizontally, which is side to side, long way side to side, or hot dog style. And remember, the directions are online for you to look up, and they are only 6 steps today. And so you're going to need a pencil to draw them, an eraser in case you make a mistake. Remember to always draw lightly with a pencil. It's much easier to erase a lightly drawn pencil mark than it is if you push down hard. When you're finished tracing with pencil, I would like it if you could trace it with a Sharpie or a black permanent marker. And we're going to need crayons to color in our rooster. And there is a reason that I want you to use crayons to color in, and you will find out that reason later as the project continues. All right, so we have our paper ready to go. Now we're ready to get started. Now, step number 1 is a very weird looking line, I might have to say. Our rooster head, today all we're creating is the rooster head and the rooster neck. And it is going to take up this area of our paper. So we are actually not going to do anything on this area, and we want to leave a nice portion of it pretty open so that we can add the feathers to our rooster next time. All right, so what I want you to do is for step number 1 on the left side, and I want you to still leave a little space from the edge of the paper. But again, it's kind of a weird line, so I'm just going to draw it. But it goes down, and then it has a little body to it, so it goes out a little, down off the edge of the paper. So again, it has a little wiggle to it, and then it goes down off the paper. And that's step 1. Step number 2, we're going to continue from the top part of the line we just drew, and it's going to go around, and it just goes down off the paper. Step number 3, we're going to add our rooster beak, and it's going to be on the left side. So we're going to add one top part of the mouth, bottom part of the mouth. Step number 4, we're going to add the little gobbler down at the bottom. So it's going to come down from the beak, and it goes out, in, and then we're going to make a second part. So we're going to start again at the bottom of the beak. Same motion, out, around, down, under. Step number 5, we're going to give him a real crazy little mane there. So we're going to start up, and it's going to puff up, and it's just going to go around, 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 giving him a nice little crazy hairdo. Step number 6, we're just going to add an eye. You can add any kind of eye that you'd like to. I'm going to have mine kind of look like he's a little sleepy. So I want you to go ahead and draw your rooster eye. Trace your picture with a Sharpie. There is supposed to be a big amount of extra space for us to add the feathers. Once you trace it with the Sharpie, I want you to use crayons to color it in, and you're going to color in your rooster. Make sure you fill in all your white spots. When you're finished, set it aside for next week. Don't forget to put your project in your art box until next week. See you next time!